I'm Alex Kapadia, I'm one of the drivers in the European Le Mans series with RLR MSport, and I'm going to take you through the steering wheel from our car, which is a Ligier JSP320 LMP3. Here's the steering wheel here. So we've got a number of different buttons, but the most important ones are actually on the back. So we've got two gear shift levers on here. We pull the left-hand paddle to go down a gear and the right-hand paddle to go up a gear. On the front, we've got a number of different things. So the most important one to start us off with is the start button. That's how we start the car. So in the pit stops, the car has to be switched off, and we start it with this. Obviously, because we're in first gear normally in a pit stop, so we have the clutch in. And then if we weren't in first gear, you would press the neutral button. That puts it down into neutral. And in order to get it back into first, we have to press the neutral button and the up paddle. And the reason we have that system is so that if you were just getting into the car with the steering wheel on and sort of having managed to just tap the paddle, you wouldn't suddenly shoot off into first gear. So that's like a fail-safe to press that and that at the same time. We've also got the pit lane speed limiter. So as we come into the pits, we have to slow down below the 60k limit, press the speed limiter. That actually limits the speed that we can accelerate past. So we have to be below that speed, and then we speed back up by pressing that. That latches on, and then as we leave the pits, we get ready on the throttle, press that, it releases our speed, and off we go. We've also got the flash button, which a lot of drivers use just to try and alert people to the fact that they're coming. I'm not really sure it's that useful, but we'll just do it anyway. And then you've got the page button that flicks through various different screens. We can see our lap times, our brake bias, various different screens, and the mechanics have a screen as well where they can check through the different parameters of the car before they go out and make sure it's all working correctly. But we normally just have one screen that the race drivers want to see, which is your lap times, your gear, your lap time improvement, and your delta to your best lap. And then finally we've got the radio button. So in order to talk on the radio, we can't just talk, we have to hold this button down, wait about a second because there's a little bit of a delay on the radio starting. We press that down and then just talk away, and release it, and then we wait for a response. Sometimes we get one, sometimes we don't. And that's that. The last two things are dials where we can adjust different modes on the car. We've got TC, traction control, and we've got engine map. The TC we don't really use a lot in the LMP3, to be honest. We tend to just try and do it all with our right foot. We find that we get a slightly better, cleaner acceleration doing that. Sometimes the TC can be a little bit intrusive and actually slow the car down more than you want. And then the engine map we normally just leave in one map. There are maps for the wet, but again, in most cases tend not to use them. So we don't really use these two dials a lot. Mainly it's just the other buttons we're using. But that's a steering wheel from an LMP3.